All right, so then the golden age of video arcades hits. 1978, Space Invaders. This comes on. It's the first game where you're regulated by lives instead of a timer or a set score.
Interesting.
Wow.
So you could keep going, gaining extra lives through it. And it was the first game, or one
Is
of
that the kid you get stuck behind? Walmart that doesn't lose. So I mean, he would just keep playing.
I mean, in theory, if you're that good,
Yeah.
it gets harder as it goes.
Yeah.
It was the first one, or one of the first ones, to track the highest score and keep it on the machine.
Wow.
Which was a big deal.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you saw your name on a machine.
Right.
Yeah.
Get the 3 initials.
Your initials.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the first to include background music during the game played. It was a simple 4-note loop.
Do you want to hear it?
Do you have it? Do you want to hear it, Nate?
I guess. Oh. It's a little better.
That's music?
Holly came in. I mean,
maybe there's more only Holly.
I mean, Holly came in and was like, "What's up?" I mean, she came. I mean, like we were being invaded by space invaders, and there is it happening? It's happening.
So Asteroids came a year later, 79. 1980, Pac-Man. It was the first video game with power-ups.
Oh.
You know what that is, Nate? Where like if you eat one of the big pellets, you can get more power.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And the individual ghosts react to players' actions. Before it was just no matter what you did, whoever you're against will do the same thing, but the ghost would actually respond to you.
Now it's like AI. First time there's like AI in the game.
That's right. Centipede, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Frogger, Miss Pac-Man, all those came in like a 3-year period.
Yeah.
Pac-Man had a pattern. You could actually beat it if you learned the pattern, but Miss Pac-Man didn't because the ghosts were do semi-random.
Like if you knew a whole where to go, you had to have it memorized. Isn't there's a documentary about Pac-Man, right? Or something, or Donkey Kong.
Yeah, King of Kong.
King of Kong.
Yeah.
He was like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 1983, the crash came. Video game crash because there was too many being put out, low-quality games. Nintendo came on the scene, 85.
Wait, so the crash just...
They were just putting out so many that people stopped buying them and lost interest in video games.
So they had consoles, Atari? Mm-hmm. Like, so it was Atari. Mm-hmm. And then that was in Sega? Or no?
Sega wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
Sega was out. Nintendo came in 85.
Mm-hmm.
It came out with Super Mario Brothers and Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, Super Mario Brothers probably that would probably be most people's. Is that your first game? You're gonna think that like
like it's gonna. I had cousins or friends that had a Super Nintendo.
It was Super Mario Brothers was pretty wild. We had it. I mean, that would be blow into the thing and have to. I mean, you have to put a pencil on top of the game to keep it down. Sometimes, like the top would be a game would sit and you would just have a pencil on top of it. I mean, you really got to. That's the stuff that I wonder if like kids now are not going to know the weird kind of things you had to do to make something work. TVs, you had to do antennas. Mm-hmm. You had to, if you ever had an antenna, or you had to like really mess with it a lot. I mean, it was like, you know, you have a TV back then, it's like having a baby. Like you're just always like, you can't sit down. You gotta just always, it's going to something's going to happen. A cloud goes over. But then Nintendo and stuff, you would have to be, you know, your parents didn't know how to do it. Like now, your PlayStation, if it's something buggy, it's like something's buggy with it. There's not I don't know if someone's fixing it, but Nintendo, I mean, it's like a car. Like you just had to like, just get it. I just play this game.
Yeah.
If I do it right, if I put something on top of it, it holds it down. Mm-hmm. And kids had to figure that stuff out. You just up in your room figuring it out.
Yeah. Like I haven't played video games in 20-something years. And on your bus, we were playing like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Brian playing Call of Duty was so funny, dude. I'm remembering it now.
Well, Aaron was just laughing so hard and just destroying me. I'm like, dude, I've never played this. And he's like, I haven't either.
Yeah.
But you play video games so much that you have intuition, I think, about certain games.
I played games where the analog sticks control the person on the screen. But that was a new concept to you because you just hadn't played video games in a while.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I would play new games and I would know, like, and I'd get my parents to play with me and they couldn't figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And it'd be new to me too, but I just knew the concept.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt. I do remember how fun it was to get your parents to play with you.
Yeah.
Like when they would play. Duck Hunt was big. My parents would play Duck Hunt. But I remember thinking with video games that I always thought like, well, I'm never going to not play. Like I'm going to always, I'm going to always play. Like, and I think if I had a team, like for the Call of Duty online, if I could go on with like 4 guys and we talk, and it's like, and I get the idea of it to get really good, and you're a team, and you're like, having a mission. And you get to talk to everybody and go over there, all this stuff. Yeah. So I understand like why I get why that's fun. It's very fun. Yeah. But I remember thinking like, I was like, well, I'll play video games for the rest of my life. And then you do just hit an age and you just kind of don't care. And I want to say it's maybe in your 30s. And then I'm kind of now back playing golf, but I just play my little golf. I like the golf game. I could go through some other. I could get in moods. I'll get in moods where I want to play a bunch of video games, and then I could not play it for 6 months. Yeah, we have it on the bus. I mean, the only reason it's on the bus, we have nothing to do but play this video game. But yeah, you don't. I don't know. It's funny. You do. You just hit an age that you just kind of. Some people do, and you just kind of.
You just have to start allocating your time differently.
Yeah.
It's like you got a kid and a wife and a career and everything. Yeah. And some people do balance that, but you choose to balance it in other ways.
I choose, yes. So, I mean, I do real golf.
I mean, yeah.
So, like, that's So, I mean, yes. If I was into video games, I would make it happen. Yeah. But my desire just went away. And I'm the greatest average American, so it's probably everybody. It's everybody's desire. I think when you get older, you don't want to.
So, I played in high school, I played World of Warcraft very seriously. Yeah. I moved to Tennessee
for that game.
Scholarship.
I got recruited. Yeah. Now when I moved in the middle of high school, so I moved here. I didn't have any friends. I was just summer. I didn't know anybody yet. Yeah. So I just started playing World of Warcraft.
You didn't take that friendship class.
And I hadn't taken the class yet, so I didn't know how. And I was playing 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe more than that most days. And I was in a guild, like you said, like a crew of people that I knew, and I talked to them every day. And one of the funniest things was there's a guy, there's a misconception that it's all kids playing these games, but it is a lot of like professional adults. And I remember we were about to do a raid, and this guy over the TeamSpeak we used to use, or Vent, he said, guys, I gotta be right back real quick. My kid's got to give me a birthday present real quick. And he leaves, and like 40 seconds later he comes back. He's all right, we're good. Yeah, I'm just imagining this dad being like, they're like, Dad, we got a gift for you. He's all right, I'll be back real quick, and he leaves and got a birthday present from his kids.
Oh my goodness,
isn't that crazy? You so much. Yeah. And what were y'all were about to do a big thing?
Yeah, we were about to raid Gruul's lair. Yeah, it was a big moment.
But could y'all wait for him?
I mean,
could you pause?
No, you can't pause in these big MMORPGs. They're called. They're just kind of in a world,
so you can
can't
just like
pause it,
not walk in yet.
Yeah, you can just like, let's wait to start, maybe. Or I don't remember what we were doing exactly, but I just remember a dad pausing to get a gift from his kid is so funny to me.
The other thing came in '85 was Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah,
came in schools.
We played Oregon Trail a lot.
Yeah,
everybody dies in Oregon Trail
from dysentery.
Yeah, it's like you'd play this game and just, your whole family's wiped out. Like you're just losing, it's kind of a brutal game. Like just everybody's gone. Have you ever seen Oregon Trail?
We used to play Oregon Trail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Y'all had it at school?
I don't know if it was the original version that we were playing, but we played a version that looked like this, where it was mostly text-based. Yeah. I don't even think the one we used was color.
So when did this come out?
85.
Yeah, so this is you're seeing the special. One thing I talk about of my generation is I am called the Oregon Trail generation, because I was born 79, and this was a big game for us. And you get to play it and go, it's crazy. And then everybody, people just.
Would you play with like a group of friends around you, and you put your own names in?
Yeah, you'd play it at school. You'd get a little time to play it at school, and then I don't really remember. I remember really elementary school. I feel like
I remember you put in the names of everybody that's in your wagon. Yeah, it would be like a group of us. We'd all be in it. And then one of us would die. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Then 89 Game Boy came on, and Tetris became one of the best-selling games of all time.
Yeah, Tetris, I never could get. I just like, this is so boring.
You don't like it?
No.
Tetris.
I'm not the most mindless kind of gamer. Tetris was a game that I think people just wasting time. It was the first real time waster. I mean, I get you're putting the boxes and after a while you're like, all right, dude, I don't want to, I can't do this.
I get it.
What's the game they play on, Candy Crush?
Yeah.
That's zero fun.
Yeah.
I have zero fun. I have a game that I play this Bike Baron. It's a motorcycle game, but you control it. You don't have to move sometimes I feel too lazy to move my phone. If you play a game where you gotta steer it and you're like, dude, I'm not.
Yeah.
Come on. Just let me have some buttons.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, what am I sitting on a plane just next to someone just like, huh? And just like, just sitting like that. What are you, crazy? Just give me the buttons. And this Bike Baron game, I've went through it. I've played, thousands of hours of just like probably, because I've had it forever. I want them to make a new one and they haven't. But it's just a very easy game that I'm going back through it now. It's a time waster.
Just a mindless.
Just a mindless.
Yeah.
I like mindless stuff, but Tetris never, it was, I never loved it. Maybe I'll try it again.
There's a thing called the Tetris effect. You guys heard this?
Oh, yeah.
It's when you start play it so much, you start having thoughts, mental images, and dreams about Tetris. Like you'll see a bunch of boxes and you'll start thinking about how to line them up in a certain way, like on a supermarket shelf. And it like enters your thoughts and you start seeing images of falling pieces.
You would think it would inspire a lot more movers. When Tetris was built, you should have been like, and we had just a gigantic amount. The moving industry was through the roof. Too many jobs.
Because everybody had the Tetris.
Because everybody had Tetris.
Yeah.
And they wanted to stack it. I can pack a car.
Yeah.
I do real life Tetris. And I'm great at it.
You were on The Office.
You want me to come pack your car?
Are you good at it for real? Do you take pride in it?
Yeah. I'm really good at placing stuff.
I remember my dad would do that on car trips. He'd be like, everyone just bring your suitcase out.
Yeah.
And just sit it down. He's like, I'll do it.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Uh-huh.
I'd love it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's an episode of The Office where the white collar guys try to stack the boxes and they don't know how to do it right.
Yeah.
There's a special skill to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Tetris also has some health benefits. PTSD prevention. It's studies have showed you play it after a traumatic event, it blocks some of the recurrent intrusive memories that people are often left with. And if you play 3 minutes of Tetris, it can reduce cravings from food, cigarettes, and alcohol.
I can tell you for a fact that's not true.
Yeah.
I play Tetris a lot.
And I eat it. And I eat when
And I do everything you just said.
Yeah.
Well, Caleb sent me some of that, and he's on Aaron Land, so it's got to be true. There's also something called game transfer phenomena when people get really out of hand and they start seeing power bars over people's heads.
Oh.
That's when they've just lost it.
Yeah, man, you're like become a homeless person at that point. I mean, you're just in the streets yelling.